Hey, everybody, welcome to Wild Wednesday Live. I am your host this week, Raylene from Quilters Haven and JustNotions.com. And we want to welcome everybody. I noticed that we were kind of watching a minute ago going, there's nobody here yet, but all of a sudden you guys started popping in. So why don't we start with our favorite part of the show? Let's do some roll call. So type in where you're watching from if you haven't already. And I have a new setup, so I can actually see the screen now better than our old setup. So hi, Kelly and Peggy, Rondi, Cindy, Lynn, Brenda, Norma, Rondi, Carolyn, all you guys, all of our regulars are on there, and some new faces as well. So we're glad to have you. Again, I want to welcome you to Wild Wednesday Live, presented by the Quilt Craft and Sew Mall, which is just puts you one click away from all of your favorite show vendors. So be sure that you visit there often. We always have lots of specials going on and a lot of fun stuff. So it's a good way to go to one spot and see everybody all at once. We also want to remind you that our next in-person show, although it's a little bit, don't forget, go ahead and mark your calendar now. That's our Phoenix show at the fairgrounds. And that is January 27th through the 29th. That is our next Quilt Craft and Sewing Festival. However, Ron and I will actually this year be going to the Yuma, Arizona Quilt Guild Show, and that is January 7th and 8th. So for those of you that are around in that area, we hope we see you there. And remember, when you go to the Quilt Craft Sewing Festivals, you always want to be sure to come by my booth and also Beth's booth, the Fabric Chicks, and say, I get wild with you on Wednesday, and we always have free gifts for you. And remember, they're different in both of our booths, so you want to be sure you hit both of us. And when Adele's there, she usually has a little something from Chalk Couture also. So we hope to see you at a in-live show soon. And let me check my notes here. It's been kind of a crazy day, so my notes are pretty scribbled. It might be kind of hard to even tell you what I need to tell you. I do want to remind everybody, if you hadn't already seen, that today at 5 o'clock Pacific time, if you join me over on the Quilters Haven Facebook page, we are having a miniature quilt online auction. And if you haven't already registered with your payment information and your address, just go to quiltershaven.net and click on Become a VIP. And you can go ahead and get registered and hopefully join us for the sale. Again, that's going to be at 5 o'clock Pacific time on the Quilters Haven Facebook page. I'm all tongue-tied today. Let's see. Whoops, I'm throwing stuff everywhere here. If you do have questions during the show, we ask that you hold those till the end. We will be bringing all the vendors back at the end for the question and answer section. If you put your questions in too soon, we might not see them, and we don't want you to not get a question answered. So, and I'm just looking over here. We've got a lot more people joining in. It's so good to see all you guys. I know it's such a hustle bustle time of year. We appreciate that you cut this little bit of time out to join us again today. So, we've got 5 terrific door prizes today. So first of all, we have a craft organizer from Yazzii Bags. We have a $25 gift certificate from Winter Designs. We have a blue burst kit from Uniquely Crafts. We have a Christmas goodie bag from Fabric Chicks and a Notions goodie bag from Just Notions. And if we hit 100 people watching today, I'm going to also give a $50 gift certificate from Quilters Haven. Now, we used to get up over 100 all the time, so I know we can do it, guys. So share. All right, and then be sure you're listening later on in the show. I'm sorry, I'm so tongue-tied. Later on in the show for the secret word that will get you entered into the drawings for the door prizes. If you're new with us, once I give you the secret word, all you have to do is just type that in the comments one time, and that will enter you in the drawing. Then after the show, I will put all those names on a Wheel of Fortune and pick the winners, and that will be posted right here on the Wild Wednesday Facebook page. It's usually up within an hour after the show. So again, be listening later on in the show for the secret word. All right, well, we are ready to get started with our vendors today. And first up, we have all the way from Australia, we have Yasmita with Yazzii Bags. So let's bring her in with this. Hi, Yasmita.
Hello, how are you?
Good. It's good to see you again. It's been a while since we've had you on.
I know you've been busy with the shows, and let me assure you, we've been on our toes as well here in Australia. We're out of our lockdown now after
Awesome.
many months, and we're just having a good time and trying to take it all in. And before you knew it, everything has changed again. So it's been short lived. but we'll get there. But we are very busy at this time of the year with our orders and just getting everything out to the stores between the US, Canada, and in Australia, because it is just the season time. So
Yeah,
hopefully I
exactly.
can have a bit of a break in January.
Yeah, that's, we were just Beth and I were just chatting because December is usually catch up much month for most vendors, but this year that is not the case, and we're grateful for
No.
the business. But boy, are we tired!
I know we
So
all are. We need a
yes,
break to put.
we
I am
do.
planning a little mini holiday, and hopefully I get that, and nothing
Good,
changes, and we're not locked down again. But
good. Yeah.
hopefully it'll work out.
All right. Well, we're going to turn it over to you so you can show us what you've got. You've got some great gifts for last minute, so we need to see
Yeah,
them.
absolutely. So what I'm doing today is I'm just going to tell you about. Firstly, we've got a 10% discount plus. Uh, for a certain value of a minimum basket value, as well as your free freight offer that we've been offering throughout the COVID time. It's $50 minimum for the US, and it's free freight to you. And it's $75 if it's from Canada, Alaska, or Hawaii. We've also added your 10% for anything over $100, and that's good value for this time of the year. I did also want to mention that we've got all these beautiful kits that are available now in the US, and these are the Sashiko kits. So if anybody's looking to prepare or personalize any Yazzii bag to make it look different or their own, it's a good time to look at these on our website. We are really, really busy on at different levels. We've introduced our Amazon store recently in the last week, and we're doing extremely well. All we're trying to do is get the market in the US, Canada after 20 years and 18 years of my arriving there each year, 3, 4 times a year to market the products. I think we are very brand driven now. And it has made a big difference because people recognize the quality and the uniqueness of it. And keep in mind, they're handcrafted and fairly traded in India, and it's been the same factory for 20 years that we've used. So I think we gotta. It's not easy to work with the same factory, and I'm very fortunate and blessed. I feel to have had that cooperation and support from artisans that work so hard on a treadle machine to prepare these bags. So for those of you who might have received this catalog in the past, we've got this new one, which is 16 pages long, giving you all the dimensions, our story, and just some ideas of how they can be also used as gift ideas for traveling. I know I've been using mine for traveling for the last 15 years, and I travel all over the world. I might go away for a weekend, but I do keep my jewelry and makeup, and as we're getting older, a lot of medications around, and it just seems more visual. You can have a little inventory of what you've got inside, and it works really well. We are going to be we're working a lot with the guilds right now. So if there's any guilds out there looking for some door prizes or stuff, all I'm doing is getting involved in their Zoom sessions. I'm sending videos out to them. We are trying from Australia to promote Yazzii as best we can. And to be honest, it's going even better than all the years that I traveled 4 times to come to the US. So we've been on a rise and a climb and an absolute busy time throughout this 18 months. And I feel very grateful that we've teamed up with such good companies, just crafters, anyone that does embellishing on our bags. As you know, everything around me are samples around the bags. We're also excited to tell you that my indigenous inspired bags, are released now in Australia, and they're on their way to the US. So in a couple of weeks, we'll be having all those designs available to you. So that's another exciting piece of news that I wanted to give you. We will also be part of the virtual show in Puyallup, but that's virtual again. We're part of the Quilt Pro Connection, which is a wholesale show in January. We try everything from here, but there's nothing more I can do, and we're not really allowed to travel without a lot of restrictions and a lot of quarantine time, which is extremely expensive here. But that's besides the point. I appreciate all of you using Yazzii bags and writing to me on a day-to-day basis. So many emails we receive on how much you love them. We appreciate that. As a non-crafter, it's meant everything to me, and I could not have done this without your support. So what I've done, I've planned a little quick 10-minute video to show you the highlights of our block storage cases. I think they're important products that are sort of fairly new. And if you can watch that, and then if there's anyone that has any questions, I'll be here at the end to answer some of them. So just hang in there and watch this video. It's pretty good.
So this is the deluxe double organizer from Yazzii. When it's all closed, its measurements are 9.5 by 9.5 by 6.7 inches. And then it has an upper section and a lower section. And they're each about the same, except the width is 3.7 and 3. So I'll show you that. So yes, this is the deluxe double organizer. And what I love about this is the squareness, first of all, because I can fit a lot of stuff in it, but also the two sections that unzip. So this is the upper section. In here, you have a pouch. I don't have anything in this little pouch right there, but if I had directions for a project to slip in here, that would be a great spot for it. I have my beading needles, my beading trays in this clear zipper pouch. And then here, you can see that it expands further, but right now this is all I have in here. I've got my scissors and my glasses. So then that's the upper section. And then the lower section, you can see I have lots of beads. I've got my threads. If you like the Sue Spargo or the Wonderfill specialty threads, I like that you can fit the rolls, the spools of thread standing straight up and down. And you can fit, I could probably fit another roll there with that. I've got my DMC pearl cotton wound up. I've got the beads that coordinate with the threads that I'm using for this project. This is all stuff that I'm currently using for one project. So it's a pretty detailed project that I've got a lot of stuff in it. So here again, I have my tubes of beads. I could probably fit one more tube here. So I could fit about 4 per section. I've got more of my threads. This section, I just have beads. I could probably fit about 2 more tubes of beads there. The last clear pouch, I've got lots of beads in this one, all my purples and blues that I'm using. And then there's still yet another zipper pouch. This one would also be great if you were storing something flat, like directions to a project. So what I love this for beading so much because all of my tubes of beads fit wonderfully in here. And let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 tubes of beads with room for several more. So for one big project, this is a really great bag. And a lot of times I get asked where I get my beads. These are, you can find these at Joann, at Michael's. They're the John Bead check seed beads, which I love. So then when I'm done with that, I can zip up this bottom section, zip up my top section. The handle is on the top, which I love so much. This is what it looks like all zipped up from the side. You can see I've still got room to expand this section. And I'm still going to embellish the top of this. I'm not sure what, I think I'm doing something crazy quilt inspired. So I will be sure to share pictures when I've done that. But that was the deluxe double organizer. And I will link to where you can find this in the description of the video. So this is the Yazzii 4-pocket organizer. I love the smallness of this bag for carrying it around when I'm working on little projects. You can see that I've embellished and embroidered the top of my bag. You can see videos for how you can applique and embellish your own bag in this playlist under Yazzii bags. I've done tutorials for that. So for this one, I added fabric strips and then I embroidered it, I beaded it, I added lots of beads around the edges. I really love how this one turned out. I loved the fabric that I started with, so I was really excited to add it to this bag. So opening it up, everything in here is what I used for this project. And that's what I really like about the 4 pockets for this. All the beads I placed in the bottom. They're messy right now, but I had them all in there. And then there are 4 pouches that you can take in and out and fill up with whatever you need. So for mine, I had my thread and my scissors, and then I have 2 empty pouches. If I had other beads in bags, I could add those. I could add my needles. It all fits nicely together. zips up, and I like that you hold this one from the top. It reminds me of like a little train pouch or something cute and vintagey. So there you have it. That's my Yazzii 4-pocket organizer. So this is my Yazzii Petite Organizer XL. It's a long, narrow case with a handle on the top. And I like to use this, well, what I'm using it for right now is a particular project that has lots of beads. So this is the hoop that I'm currently working on. You can see I've got lots of beads. I've got lots of different colors that I'm working with. And this organizer, I'll flip it this way, fits everything inside. So I have 10 spools of thread here. There's another zipper pouch here that I'm not using for anything right now. If I had extra threads, I might put them in there. This would be good if you are knitting. That would be a great size for knitting needles. Put your yarn here and pattern details and everything. But what I'm using mine for, here are all my threads, and look how many tubes of beads I can fit here in this square section. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tubes of beads. I've got all my colors there. And then in my divided pockets here, well, each pocket, I've got more threads, some scissors, some more bags of beads, and my triangular bead trays. And then these are for different colors that I'm working on in my hoop. So you can see I've got lots and lots of beads in this, but it's nice because I can just zip it up. Everything stays together. I can carry it if I am taking kids to the pool or going on a day trip. I've got everything that I need right here. So again, that's the Yazzii Petite Organizer XL.
Back to you, Lee. Go.
Okay, that's it for me today. Raylene, you can take over here.
Well, that was great. I mean, it's like it just never ceases to amaze me how great all your bags are. And the comments were so positive while you were showing it. And I mean, we've got ideas for, people going to retreats with their bags, taking them for their lunch. I mean, I could see a million uses being on the road all the time. And I love your bags, and I know our viewers do too. So we appreciate you sharing that with us today. And we hope you can stick around till the end in case we have any questions. All right. Thank you so much, Yasmita. All right, guys, we are going to keep moving right along because we have a big show for you today. So next up, once again, it's like I thought there for a while, I thought it was just going to be Yazzii today because we've had people that just have had to reschedule, what have you. So of course I get on the phone, and who do I go to every time? My go-to gal, Linda from Winter Designs. And so she was gracious enough to say, sure, I can come on last minute. So we're going to bring her in now because she's got some super fun stuff to share with you. So hi, Linda.
Hey.
One of these days, I'm going to schedule you properly where it's not last minute, but we just appreciate you always just jump right in.
I don't know what I would do if I actually had time to get my act together.
Yeah, see, maybe we shouldn't do that.
Well, this time when I went back and looked at your email, it was ready to go gifts, things that were all ready to go. So I'm going to show you some of those, and it'll be a little bit of a departure for me. Normally I'm using templates that have no slip material, but that's stuff that you have to make and you have to create. So I'm going to show you one project and a variation on a theme, which I just cannot wait to film the video on. So I'm going to show you a little bit on that. Then I'm going to show you a bunch of projects that are ready to go. Not projects, but gifts that are ready to go. So you can pick a theme and I'll ship it to you, or I'll ship it to whoever you want to send it to, and I'll have it packed up and wrapped up and pretty. And I can even have a card where I'll sign your name on there if you want to do that. Okay, so the project I wanted to show you is this bottle template. The bottle template is a bottle holder. And those of you that go visit somebody, you want to go give them something. Maybe it's a bottle of wine, but maybe it's also one of these cool things with some hot apple cider that you make, whatever it is. But maybe it's a little bottle of something. We're Martelli. I'm Winter Designs, but you guys know I work for Martelli, but people always call us Martinelli. So I love giving these little bottles to people I know. This is way too small for this guy here. Same thing with oils and all of those fun things. So if you wanted to make that smaller, we're basically going to use this template. I've already squared off and squared off here, so I've made it shorter. You can see how this template hangs over the fabric. So I want to show you how very quickly we can cut out to do something nice and small. Think about this bottle carrier, this guy here, but shorter to hold all the little bottles. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've lined up on the fold here. I'm going to use our rotary cutter and I'm going to cut. Inside of here, there's a little bit of a cut mark there. It's harder to see. And if you guys know us, Martelli makes these things and they're pretty amazing. I'm going to clean that up when I go to cut later on. But you see right here, I'm going to keep cutting off. What I've done is ignored this for right now because I want to come over here and we're going to, because I've squared this off, I made it shorter. I've cut this. We're going to trim those little pieces with a pair of scissors in a minute, but I'm going to pick this thing up and I'm going to scoot it over so that the end lines up with the end of my fabric. And now the 28 millimeter works really well to cut right inside of here. So I'm going to take that guy and I'm going to cut inside. I'm going to have that open. That might help if I had it open. And as I go to cut, I'm going to cut. And what I've done is I've made this shorter. Now I'm going to do this 2 times for the inside and 2 times for the lining. So, or the outside. So let me go cut this stuff here. And then I want you to see how we're going to make it a little bit smaller. So I've made the same bottle holder, but I've cut off a couple inches. Scissors work better for what I just did. But do you see how this isn't as tall? So let me show you the next stage. We've done that. This is the inside lining. That's what I've got right here. And you can see even this guy, he's even shorter. Do you see how much shorter that one is even? So you decide how tall you want your bottle carrier to be, how much extra. And by the way, you can make it taller too. When I have this one, the inside lining, and my next one, I'm going to sew those together at the top. And I do that same thing for the outside. So this is my lining. And by the way, you can piece right here, your fusible. Do you see how that's pieced there? You don't have to have a solid piece. I'm sewing together here. I'm sewing together here. It's a really cool trick. And then I go inside and I'm going to start turning inside here. Watch my video because I'll show you how to do the rest of the bottle. It is such a cool technique. But what this will allow you to do is create a bottle. Can you see how much shorter that's going to be? Those squares there give me my box bottom right here. So we can make this, look at the difference here. So imagine this right down here. Look how much shorter that's going to be when I turn that. So this becomes a really cute carrier for smaller bottles. So that means any gift that you want to give, whether it's a bottle or not, you can make the carrier taller. You can make it shorter. I'm going to have a video that'll show you how to adapt it, but it's super simple. Watch the video that I've already done on this. This is one of my favorite templates that I didn't really care that much about when I first made it until I started making them and I kind of went nuts. Okay, so that is my one gift that I wanted to show you that you still have time to make. I have a ton of these in stock. So if you order this, I will get it shipped to you immediately. You get a 20% discount through Friday night, Central Time, 11:59. We're Central Time. We're in Florida, LA, Lower Alabama, Redneck Riviera, the South. When you go to my website, if you go to Winter Designs, my last name Winter, click on products and templates. When you click on products and templates, you're going to see a list of stuff. Don't worry about that. That's thread stuff. I want to show you how you can search for. You can, at the very top, this is on your computer, you can in the search box there type ready to go. Ready to go. When you type on that or ready to go gift, You're going to see all these things I'm going to be showing you that, again, if you want to buy this and have me send it to your recipient, I will wrap it up. I'll do the gift wrapping. I'll do a little note for you and sign your name if you want me to. We'll talk on the phone about what it is you want. But that's some of the stuff that I have ready to go. A lot of them I only have one of. So let me show you some of the ready to go gifts because I think they're fun. So I showed you a bottle that would hold a bottle of wine. So now let's talk about on the other age spectrum. Little girls, little boys, little whoever, look at this. Is that adorable or what? I am a sucker for unicorns, for flamingos, whatever. This is my white backpack unicorn. There are straps here. Is that just the cutest thing? And it's full of goodies. Look online to see what it is. One of those little tie babies that you can have. All of these little gifts come in this ready to go. I'm going to grab my pink one. My pink one has different stuff, but it's the backpack concept there. I just think they're so cute. Another unicorn. I love backpacks. I always make backpacks at back to school time, and then I donate these things. So here's a backpack that I didn't donate. It's got unicorn stuff. This one's really cool because it has a lunchbox here, a face mask, and a little ID tag too. So if it does get stolen, they've got their name, their address, all of that stuff. And it's a backpack. It's stuffed with all kinds of goodies. Here's another one that I couldn't resist. This guy here, it's all iridescent. There's a little zipper pouch that goes in here, and it's attached with a chain. How cool is that? I put a flamingo on there because I thought this would be perfect for flamingo themed. And inside is stuffed full of flamingos, including this little guy here. That's one of those slap things. You wear it on your wrist. So you can take your flamingo with you if you want. So there's flamingo goodness inside of there. So those are kitty kinds of things. If you want to do another kid thing, but you actually want to make it with that kid, you guys have seen this a bunch of times. This is done out of a tea towel, and it's super simple. I have a kit that gives you everything you need. The binding, you get felt for here, you get ribbon for this, and I even have some fur for you at the bottom. That's ready to go too. My coffee cozy, I haven't shown you on the Yetis because Yetis are big, but you can see I pinned it. Why? Because I have a kit that has everything ready to go. And what I've done is I pinned on here because that's where I'm going to go mark on here with a chalk pencil and a chalk pencil. So when I stitch this together, this one will be made to fit my Yeti. Yetis, I don't care who you are. We always need more Yetis. You know, Yetis are great gifts. I gave these when they first came out and they were all the rage and they were really expensive. Now they have the knockoffs. If you have somebody that really cares about specialty kind of stuff, you can make them one. Now, this is the make and take for the coffee cozy Santa, but I also have make and takes that are different themed. There's themes of coffee and butterflies and flowers and dogs and cats and all kinds of stuff. This one has snowmen and the lights for Christmas time. This is ready to go to make the coffee cozy. So you don't even need the coffee cozy template. Those are always really popular to use if you're going to teach somebody how to sew. Those of you that have Martelli rotary cutters and Martelli templates, cutter cleaning kits and template cleaning kits. This is my cutter cleaning kit. If you're looking for somebody that has a Martelli whatever, the rotary cutters, 60 millimeter, 45 millimeter, 28 millimeter, here's a perfect cleaning kit. My guess is they don't have this, so that would make a really nice gift too. Anybody that has Martelli templates, I have a template cleaning kit as well. It's a care kit that'll teach you how to use those templates so that you can get the life of them. So now sewing, if you want to really enhance your sewing projects, I have this bag of goodies. These are all tags, handmade, made with love, all of those things. Some of them are leather, faux leather, fabric. Some of them you sew on, some you glue on. There's buttons, there's all kinds of things. And then I've got ribbons in there too. If you get one of these, I'm going to throw in a few extras because I think these are really fun. And it's one of those things you kind of have to just make a point of, I got to use these and really make your gift special. This is a brand new kit that is big time needed. And it's all the things that I use. All the things depending on the type of project. I don't have time to sew. I got to get her done. Well, then I'm not going to use the Elmer's glue or the glue stick. I'm going to use the Bone Ash Fuse It. This is the complete starter kit. It's got one of the Teflon sheets in there and has the Bone Ash powder. So if you're doing applique or you're doing any kind of a quilt, this will get you started and you don't even have to do any sewing. That's really cool. I would recommend doing some top stitching on that. If you really don't have time to do sewing, then the Sela tape, you can't even sew through this stuff. This stuff with my scissors, because it's so sticky, it's going to stick to your regular scissors. These are Teflon scissors, so they work together, and your Sela tape will not stick to this. So this, when you really don't have time to sew, when you want to hold something in place, but you're not really sure where it is and you need to try it out, well, Elmer's glue really is good, but I want to have this little bottle with this fine tip. You'll fill this guy inside of here, put some of this in, and you can use this to get the perfect mitered corner, to get something just in place, the rickrack, the trim, those kinds of things. And believe it or not, glue sticks work really well as well. This is another really great tape. This one, I don't have to iron on. That to me is a big deal. A lot of times we have things that we have to iron on. If we're working with vinyl or leather or anything else, I can't do any of the iron-ons. This is a peel-on tape, and you can sew through this stuff. Like the Bone Ash, you can sew through. I've got clips. I've got clothespins. I've got more clips. Y'all know Wonder Clips. Wonder Clips are wonderfully expensive. The price of this kit alone, if I really had the real Wonder Clips. You've got 30 clips in here. Martelli makes zip guns that I've been using for years. If you guys have seen me demo those, I've got the medium and large zip guns with 20 additional clips. I've got more clips, containers to put your clips in. I've got some straight pins for you because we're talking about pins. There are times where pinning just makes sense. And this is magnetic, and so are these, so they're sticking together. A glue gun, because sometimes a glue gun is just the perfect thing, and glue sticks. And this isn't one of those that's going to like really totally burn your fingers. All of this stuff you'll see on the website. It's a nice little kit. It's the Hold It Together kit. It may be you've seen some of those things, but you haven't seen them all. This is a perfect time for you to try out all those different things, because one project is going to need one thing that will work better. And then another project, you'll find another thing that works better. And of course, it also has my favorite seam ripper. This seam ripper, this guy here, super sharp. So if you're clumsy, be careful, because this guy here will really do some damage, but that's a perfect thing for your fabric too. So all of that is my Hold It Together kit. I'm also going to have a kit that will show you how to make these. It's going to have the mesh material here and fabric and a zipper ready to go with written directions and a little video. So be on the lookout for that as well. These are great to put your clips in. Okay, so I think I've covered most everything I wanted to cover. Go to my website, winterdesigns.com. Type in ready to go. When you type in ready to go, you'll see all of those things. What am I giving away this time for the door prize? $25. You get to pick whatever it is you want from my website. I'll pay for the shipping. My website, winterdesigns.com. You'll click on products and templates. My YouTube, I've got over 200 videos for you. So I'll be showing you how to do a ton of stuff. And if you like me on Facebook and follow me on Facebook, I just did a giveaway that ended Tuesday morning. If I'd known I was going to be doing this, I would have extended a little bit longer. It was all about the gnomes. It was gnomes for the holidays. So it was a lot of fun. And I'll do another giveaway as well. So I think my time is pretty much up. I hope you all found some things that you say, well, it's ready to go. All I have to do is order it. If you see something that you kind of like, but you're not really sure about, pick up the phone and call me and say, Linda, I like the unicorns, but I'm really a cat person. What do you have? A ton of stuff. Linda, I really am not crazy about any of that stuff. Do you have any coffee stuff? Oh, yeah, I got a ton of that. I can put a custom basket together. You give me the amount you want to spend, and I'll put a basket together. I'll send you pictures, and you tell me, yep, no, and we'll figure it out. And again, I can mail it to your recipient if you'd like. So that'll get you going for the holidays. I am going to be closed for the week of Christmas because I'm going to go visit my parents that I haven't seen in 2 years because of COVID. So I won't be doing any shipping during that time, but you've still got plenty of time. So take advantage. All right, Raylene, I'm done. Thank you
Oh,
so much
Linda, that
for joining
I have
me.
one thing to say about that assortment you just showed, and that's shut the front door. All that stuff. I
Isn't
mean,
that
even
great?
some of the comments were like, "All of that." I mean, what a
Yeah.
deal! So that's
Oh,
totally
yeah.
cool.
It's
It's
amazing. It's the
awesome.
stuff that I've used and that I swear by. There's
Well,
lots of junk out there that's not that great, but you're going to find the right tool at the right place.
I bet a bunch of them are going to be grabbing that. So
I
hopefully you
hope
can
so.
stick around till the end of the show with us
Oh,
for the
yeah.
question and answers.
Perfect.
Okay, guys. You know, I said at the top of the show, if we hit 100 viewers, I was going to give that $50 gift certificate. We've been hovering right around 85, so we are almost there. So share, share, share. And in the meantime, I do want to give you one quick tip. I know the show's a little longer today because we've just got so much information we wanted to share with you. And a quick tip that I had been wanting to share was, you know, when you're sewing your blocks, take the time and square up everything as you do a block. Constantly be checking your measurements. If you do that at the time that you're doing the block, rather than waiting until you have a stack, you're going to catch yourself if you've made a mistake before you have a whole bunch of blocks that don't go together. So again, take, just like they taught us, you know, whenever, if you've ever worked in woodworking, you guys know the old saying, measure twice, cut once. It's the same thing in quilting. Check yourself. Okay, so that was our quick tip for today. All righty, next up, I'm so excited because we have Amy from Uniquely Crafts. We have been trying to get time to get her scheduled in, but she's been so busy because she has a bunch of new stuff that she's been anxious to share with us. So we're going to get her in here so she can show all these new things because, you know, the great thing about Amy's stuff is it's great to give it as gifts, but it's so quick and fun. You still have plenty of time to make these for people and frame them or make them a pillow or whatever you want to do. So Amy, hello.
Hi.
We're so glad to have you back. And now I can't wait
Yeah.
to see the new stuff. So I'm going to turn it right over to you.
All right. Well, a lot of people are looking for stocking stuffers for kids or just something to give that's small, that's decent, reasonable priced. And so I have several new items. Some things I do not have the demos for because I have them at other places at the moment. They are on my website. My pictures are not that great because I quick was taking pictures just to throw them on, just so they were on there for right now. And so I will hopefully take better pictures. But now that we're live, you're able to see it up close and personal. So first, I'm going to start out with the pencil cases. So I have a lot of new designs in the pencil cases. And so here's a couple different designs. And I'll show you a couple, but I got to take the beads out of this one. After we finish them, sometimes we put the beads back into them so that way we know what beads go with what. So these are the pencil cases, and you can also put like crochet hooks, just little knick-knacky stuff. So it has two sections. So it has the mid section and then the top section. And so this is one of my new designs. These are $15 for the pencil cases. Once you're done, in my instructions, it just says that you spray clear acrylic over top of it. And that'll seal the beads into place and it'll take away the stickiness around the beads. So in the kit, you also get your beads, your tool set, everything you need to make it. So your kit will actually look like this when it comes in the mail. And so this is one of my new designs. I have several new designs on the pencil cases that are really fun. And so, and then I also have a butterfly. I have a couple butterflies that I did. So this is a new butterfly. And I also have this butterfly, which I really, really love. And so these are new. A couple more. And a couple of them, like I said, I don't have done. I actually have them at different places. But I just wanted to show you so you kind of see up close. And, oops, this one's upside down. There we go. And so, and these do have the bigger beads on them. So it doesn't take as long to do these. And it kind of keeps the kids' attention pretty quick because it only takes about an hour to an hour and a half to do these pencil cases. And then this is a new one, and so is this purple one. The purple one is amazing. I just have the demo somewhere else right now, but these are really fun ones too, and these are on the website also. Unfortunately, I just didn't get a chance to get them done before we came live. Some really popular ones that I do have back in stock are these two. And then also this one I have back in stock. So these are also back in stock that are really, really popular. And so this is just something fun for kids, for adults, just something that you can easily put together, like I said, it only takes an hour to an hour and a half to do these, and great stocking stuffers. Now I also have something new, and I'm trying to find what I was playing with it. I have not put this one online. Where did my other one go? Oh, it's hiding. I have so much on my table I can't see where everything is at. So this is a new compact mirror. It's the peace sign, and it's a two-sided that you're putting the beads on, and so it just has the center. And these are really fun. These are also $15 for the kit. They come with the compact, your tool set, and your beads. So this is a new design that I came out with, and it's got the peace sign, and it's got this really big peace sign here that's really fun. And you just plop that one on. We just finished the frog. I just got this in on Monday. I have not had a chance to put it online, but I will have an opportunity to put it online tonight, which the sale does go till the end of Friday. So your code will work for this if you don't see it online just yet. But isn't the frog so cute? And it's also a two-sided also. So these are super duper fun. And then I also have just some various ones that I just wanted to show you that I have them at different places, but there's a strawberry. And then I also did a butterfly. And they come in these cute little cases too, so you don't have to worry about breaking them. And then I also have the cherry. And these are the round design ones that I have. I also have a blue one, which I wish I had the demo for you because it's really neat. It's very popular once I show the design, but it's got some blues and yellows into it. And then I also have the cute cow that's two-sided. So this is a square design, or square one instead of the round. And it's both-sided also. So this is the cow. And then I also did kind of like a mini type version of it. And this is just a one-sided. So these are all $15. Great, great Christmas presents, great stocking stuffers, things like that. The bookmarks are always really fun. I don't have very many new bookmarks, but the popular ones that I do have back in stock are the cardinals and the owl. That's very, very popular. So these are back in stock now. And so a lot of people like getting them for their kids and having their kids do them for their teachers and giving them as a present for their teachers also. Or if you belong to a book club, it's great for book clubs. You can do some and give them to people and things like that. So these are another fun thing. Another new thing that I have are called passport covers. And so this is a passport cover. And actually it's got the inside where you put your passport in, and it actually folds. So this is one side, and then this is another side. And so once you put your passport in, it kind of protects it. So people really don't know that it's actually a passport because you have it in this cover. I do know that they make you do take it out if you do go through a customs, but it's just something kind of fun. So I have several different designs. I have this design here. I have one that I don't have done. I got to get it done. I didn't realize I didn't have it done, but this is another one. And like I said, if you fold it, it's this way and it's this way. And these are $15 also. And so, and it's a leather material also. So, and then lastly, there's this one. I only have, I have 4, but I'm missing one, that I got to get done. But so I just put a piece of paper in here to show you where you slide them in at. So, and so when you fold this one, this is what it looks like on both sides. So these are kind of just something fun. And so then I also have some new journals that I just came out with that I think are really cool. One I do not have done, so I just have the picture, but this is a new journal. These are $20. And they just have the blank pages. I do a lot of blank pages for the simple fact that some people like to draw, some people like to doodle. You can also write notes. You can also journal in it, but there's all different types of things you can do with it. Now, these are not refillable, but I know people that have cut them off and like put it into a frame when they're done, or just slid another book into it. So there's this design here. And like this is the one I don't have done, but it's really neat. It's a lot of different colors into it. And then this is one of my favorites. So this is a new one. And 2 more. So I have this one, which is fun. And then I also have this one, which is new. So then I also, I've had these, and I've had several people at shows buy them, but I just want to let you know that I do have them back in stock. I was out of stock. But these are actually greeting cards. And so with the greeting card idea that I had was that you can actually put it into a 5x7 frame when you're done. So you can either give it as a gift within the frame, or you can just give it as the card, or you can give it as a kit so they can make their own. And so, like I said, I'll open this up. And so this is what the inside looks like here for you. I broke the glass on it, so I just have never put any glass into it. But, and then this is the inside, what it looks like on the inside. So, and then the back side. So, but yeah, all you do is you just take the card, you just put it into a 5x7 frame, you just close it. And so these are the most popular ones. These are the ones I have back in stock, is the snowman, and these are $8. And then I also have the 2 trees that are back in stock too. So I have these 2 back in stock also. And they go very quick once I put them in stock. I can't keep them for some reason. So another new item that I just came out with are photo books. I'm just giving it a try to see how it is. But so it's a front to back version. And you can actually open it up, and there's little slots in here that you actually can put pictures in. So it's another fun thing. These are $15, and it's a 2-sided. So you can put pictures on both sides even. And you can just set it up on your mantle. So this is something new. I'm just trying a couple designs to see how they go. But so I have this where these, I think this is kind of fun. And I actually have a bookmark that this actually is very similar to. And like I said, it just opens up, and these are $15. And then I also did a little girls one, which I think I must have goofed up on down here. But so this is a little girls one. And so it's 2-sided with the little unicorn, and they can put their little pictures in it. And so something a little fun, different. And then some other new things that actually some things I just have back in stock that people have really that's gone very well is these are partials. So partial means part of it is beads, but the background is just canvas. So you're not doing the full design. So these don't take very long. And I painted this frame, but after being at shows and throwing it into totes, I've kind of destroyed it again. So I have to repaint it. But this is a partial kit. These are $15. And so this kit's back in stock again. The one that I'm giving away is the Blue Burst, which I think is really cool. The nice thing is when this is done, all you do is cut the edge off, and it fits right into a 10x10 frame, which states in my instruction sheet. So this is my giveaway today. And so, like I said, these are so simple. And as you can see that this is just canvas here, but the beads are right there. So you're not doing that full design. So these are back in stock. And so there's just one more for you that's back in stock. Some great Christmas ones that I have for little girls that are back in stock. I have the unicorn that just fits into the 10x10 frame. So it's a partial, so part of it is beads, but the background is just canvas. It doesn't take that long. There's not that many beads. And I also have the cat that matches it. So here's the cat. And like I said, these are $15, so something fun. And then I also have some that it just varies on the person, but I know like some teens like these and stuff like that. So I figured I'd show them since they're back in stock. So this is another partial. This comes with the mat board, so these are $25 because it's not a frameable size, and I won't sell anything that you can't just go buy a frame for. And so this is new. And then I had my husband painted a purple frame with it, so I thought it really made it pop. And then I also had the sugar skull that was very popular. And the one that's the most popular out of all of them, which I don't have the demo because it is at a shop, unfortunately, but I just pulled it out so you guys can see it real quick. It does come with the mat board, but it is the Nightmare Before Christmas. It has been super duper popular. And so that is back in stock also. So, and that one's $25 with the mat board, and it just fits a 12x16 frame. So these are kind of the gist of the new stuff. and all of it is online. I also have these available. These are magnets. I'm still trying to put them together, trying to get them cut, because we do everything in house. We do all of our bead weights, we do all of our kits together, or put all the kits together. But these are on the website. So what it is you use your leftover beads from any of your kits. There's round and square. And they're magnets. So when you're done, you'll cut this edge off and you can just use it as a magnet or whatever. Just something fun. I will not replace beads. Like if you need more beads for that design, I won't do it, just for the simple fact that bead dyes change. So a 3743 could be a purple or it could be a purplish pink. So depending on what bead dye lots you've got in your kit can change. So I prefer that anybody that buys these only uses the beads that they have left over from their kits. So, and these are, I can't remember how much I put them online for, but I know they're online because I'm drawing a blank now. So, but here, these are some of all of the new things. And so I am running a special on one kit, 20% off. The code word is holiday. And I hope you enjoy some of the new stuff. I kind of ran through it real quick, but if you have any questions, please let me know. And thanks for watching.
I'm so excited, Amy, because I love your stuff and I'm addicted to your stuff. And I love doing the smaller items. I'm so excited about the new journals because I need some gifts. So I'll be ordering. And we hope you'll stick around till the end. I know there's been a few questions and we're able to answer a couple, but we'll be back to you in just a few minutes.
Sounds good.
Okay, guys. I know you're all getting antsy because you're wondering, did you miss the code word? No, you didn't miss it. It's just we have a little bigger show today, so it's a little further into the show. So get ready. Now, again, if you're new with us, once I give the code word, you're simply going to type it in the comments. We ask that you please only type it in one time, and then check back here on the Wild Wednesday Live Facebook page. I would say within an hour after the show is over. I usually am able to get them up pretty quickly, and it'll tell you if you won, and it'll tell you what you need to do to redeem the prize. So once again, before I tell you the word, I want to remind you that we have a craft organizer from Yazzii. We have a $25 gift certificate from Winter Designs. We have that beautiful kit that Amy just showed you. We have a Christmas goodie bag from Fabric Chicks and a Notions goodie bag from Just Notions. So the secret word today is Santa. Everybody get that? Santa. So just type that in and that will enter you into today's door prize drawing. All right. So one more vendor today. Actually, we're going to bring in my co-host, my good friend Beth from the Fabric Chicks Creative Oasis. And she's actually going to share some good information with you. Actually, it's information that I'm always asking the questions on. So I was happy when she said, hey, how about if I do a little bit of a demo or a tutorial on thread? And I'm like, yes, please, please, please. So welcome, everybody. Welcome Beth back in. And I think Ron's bringing her in. There she is.
Hi.
Hello.
I guess it's good to be on this side of the camera. It's always so awkward and weird, but
yes, it is. But you know, I'm excited because you've got a lot of good information to share with us. So I'm just going to turn it over to you and let you educate us all.
Okay, perfect. All right. So girls, if you follow me at all, which you all should be, and Devin came through and he moved all my paperwork so we could send out a PayPal invoice. So now I have no idea. But follow us on our personal page, Fabric Chicks Creative Oasis. And we do tutorials and demos and we interview people. This Friday at noon, we'll be interviewing somebody. I'm not sure who, but I think it might be somebody who has a brand new fabric line out. So hopefully we get all our T's crossed and she's able to join us. So I don't want to say any names in case she's not able to join us till later. But follow me on Facebook and that way you know all the exciting things that's going on. If you've ordered anything from us and you haven't gotten an invoice, give us a call because we don't have your information. So I have a couple of people that we've got orders here that we're holding on to. So if you haven't heard from us and you've placed orders with us from our Wednesday lives or on our personal ones, give us a call, 775-267-0204. But today, because we're so swamped and we're drowning at this point, And I don't think in my entire life I've ever said no to another sale, except for that I might be sort of almost saying no right now, except for I'm not really. So if I show you any threads that you need, call us. I didn't put numbers on them like I normally do. Just call the shop and get them ordered, because then Devin's standing here and he can get it processed right away. But a lot of times we don't really know the differences between threads. Threads are huge, guys. We use threads every day. You use threads for piecing, you use threads for embroidery, you use threads for everything. If you want to hem something, you have to have thread. Well, not technically. You could use unique stitch, which is a glue to hem something, or to put your bindings on. Sometimes I'll cheat and I'll use the unique stitch, which is a glue, which we do carry. But for the most parts, we don't take the time to learn about the different threads. We just it's kind of like we just use what we've always used and that's it. But every company has different threads. They're all processed differently. You can get super cheap threads at different chain stores. Those threads, though, are going to be really, really linty, and they're going to cause your machine to have more problems, and you're going to have to service it more. So you might as well just spend the money on quality threads that's going to work well in your project, and it's not going to mess up your machines. A lot of us have really expensive machines that we don't want to we don't want to lint them up. So buy quality threads. The difference in threads, they go from 100 weight is, I think, the smallest thread I've ever seen. 100 weight to like 3 weight. So the higher the number the thread is, the thinner the thread is. So typically we would piece with a 50 weight thread, right? You're going to piece, almost always you piece with a 50 weight thread, unless you're a perfectionist or a small piece. If you do small little quilts, you might want to piece with a 80 weight or a 60 weight. If you do miniatures, you would piece with probably an 80 weight or a 100 weight. Because the bulk, you and I probably, if you're like me, you don't notice the bulk of a 50 weight thread when you're piecing, but that little, wait, I got to show you this. If you've ever wondered how to start your thread on Aurifil thread, okay, it comes like this, right? And you never know where the start is. The bottom of your Aurifil thread pops off, and that's where it starts. And then when you're done using it, wrap it up like this, okay, girls? So it doesn't make a big mess. And then you just pop the bottom back on, and that's how you store it. So that's how you, I guess I showed this the other day, and so many people sent me emails saying thank you. They never knew how to start it. I didn't actually know how to start it till I took a class. That's why you always take classes, because you're always going to learn something. But anyways, the 50 weight will add a little bit of bulk to your piecing. For most of us, it doesn't matter. But if you are a perfectionist, use a higher number. So this, you can use up to 12 weight in your sewing machine through the top. So this here is a Glamour. It's a 12 weight, and I don't know if you can really see it. Maybe if I put it here. So this is a 12 weight, and it's got one strand of metallic in it. But you can run this through your sewing machine and do all kinds of thread painting. You can quilt with it. I actually hand embroidered with this, and I'm going to show you where I hand embroidered with it in just a second. So just so you can kind of see the different, if you can put it down here, Roger, I'm going to show you. This is a 12, I have 12 weight, 8 weight. Okay, so here's an 8 weight. It's more like a embroidery floss. That's an 8 weight. It also has a metallic wrapped through it. This one here is a 12 weight. This one here is a 50 weight. So you can kind of see the difference in the thickness of them. So on this project here, because I like to experiment with stuff. So in this project here, I use the 8 weight around the outside edge. That's an 8 weight. And then here I used a wool thread from Aurifil. Here the candy cane is done with a 12 weight, with the 12 weight that has a metallic strand through it. And then here I just used a pearl cotton. So I'm constantly, this one here is a 12 weight, but it's a variegated by Wonderfill. So I'm constantly using different weight threads so that I can get different effects. And a lot of times you can't, oops, Roger's all tangled up. His shoelace is entwined on the tripod.
You want me to tie it too?
Literally, Devin's untying his shoe so he's not attached to the tripod. So here on this project, I decided I was going to experiment with all the different stitches on my machine, because you know how you get fancy machines and they do all the different embroidery stitches and you never use them. So on this panel, because I never know what to do with panels, I don't want to just sew a panel together. I have to embellish it or do something to it. So on this panel here where it's crazy quilted, I did all different weights of threads and all different. So this is all done by the machine, but this is a 12 weight variegated cotton. This is a 12 weight metallic, the Glamour. This is just a trim that I couched on. So as you can see, I just experimented with different things. Here's one that I used embroidery floss for all the French knots. And then again, I just used the different threads. So the thicker the thread, like this one here's a wool. It's kind of a small stitch, so you don't really get the true effect. But the wools are fun because the wools you can put through the top of your machine and do the buttonhole stitch around all of your wool projects if you're not into doing everything by hand. So here's another one where I just used all the different threads. And you can see, like, this is just a variegated rayon, probably a 40 weight. And that's pretty light compared to this here, which is the wool. So that's the wool. You get a much thicker effect. So threads can do a lot of the work for you. But you just have to remember that 50 weight is what you typically piece with. 40 weight is a little bit thicker if you're quilting. It really does stand out. A 50 weight's going to kind of, in your quilting design, is going to kind of disappear a little bit, where a 40 weight's really going to stand on top of your quilt top. So it just kind of depends if you want your fabric, if you want your threads to disappear or if you want them to stand out. We do have, if you need the panel that I was just showing you, we do have this Christmas panel. It's a good one to buy now and work on all year for next Christmas. Okay, girls? So I'm not even going to be in a rush to get it to you before Christmas. And then we do still have this panel also for the, this was actually the Peacemaker's calendar in 1990. If you can remember that calendar and you all were going to do it with all the applique and embroidery, type it in, because there's so many of us that were going to do it at one point. There actually was a gal that came to the Colorado show from Wild Wednesday who had the original one done, all applique and embroidered. So that's kind of fun to see you guys doing that. We do have all the Wonderfill special collections for Christmas. If you guys want these, call us and let us know, because they're not on the website. Literally, we just got them in and we sold most of them last Friday, but I have a couple of boxes left. So we do have the Dazzle, which is an 8 weight, and we have the Glamour, which is a 12 weight, and the Pearl Cotton, which is like a 3 weight. It's a 3 weight, yeah. And with these, you get with any of the thread collections, they do have free patterns. And I can send you the link. That's what I've done for all the customers so far that have bought it. I've just, oops, that was upside down. Roger, here, so that's a mug rug. And then this is a stocking. And then there were 3 ornaments, but I didn't grab that page. But inside of all the boxes for Wonderfill comes all the hints and tips and tricks on how to use the specialty threads. And where you would use them, why you would use them. And in here is the QR code so you can download the free patterns. So that's it. If you girls have any questions about thread, just type it in for when we do Brady Bunch style. All right, that's all I've got, Raylene.
Okay, well, that was a lot, and I loved it. And I'm educated now. I know so much.
I know.
I'm now an expert.
Thread matters, girls. Thread matters.
Okay, guys. Well, I want to go over a few things real quick before I bring everybody back in. Like Beth said, Brady Bunch style, so that we can do your questions and answers. But just a couple of things. Like Beth was just showing you the panels that, okay, yeah, it's too late for this year for most people, but it's certainly not too early to start for next year. And if you can see the one behind me, actually, maybe I can kind of move the camera a little bit. The log church snow scene, that is actually a pattern that we've had for a number of years. It is so popular, though, year after year. It's so gorgeous. And we have that pattern on sale for $10 on our website. You just go to quiltershaven.net and click on patterns, and you'll see it there, so you can get started for next year. Also, you guys, we need you to help us spread the word on this. We know probably you guys have a lot of friends who don't do Facebook that catch the show on YouTube after the fact. We are now simulcasting on YouTube. Sorry it took us so long to do that. We're all scrambling to try to keep up with everything we're doing at shows and taking care of our businesses here at home. But so now people can watch live on our YouTube channel Wild Wednesday Live. So help us spread the word. And I know there's a few of you on there today. And I have to laugh. We've had one of probably our most vocal on comments today has been Shirley, but she has been cracking Ron and I up like crazy. And Shirley, your comment about the jelly beans, it was Ron who asked if you were holding out. That is his favorite food of all time, are jelly beans. And as soon as you said you were eating jelly beans, he started making comments over here. So he's the one who typed that about the jelly beans. But, I told you guys at the beginning of the show, if we got up to 100, I was going to give a $50 gift certificate. We got so close. We got up to 87 at one time. So even though we didn't hit, I'm not going to, Beth's already yelling at me. I'm not going to give the $50, but I am going to give a $30 because we got so close. No. I have to do it. I just have to, it's just me. So if you did put in the secret word when we did that, that'll enter you in this as well. And it's Christmas, Beth. I can't help it. I'm extra generous at Christmas. I know.
Girls,
they'll never learn the rules because I don't make them stick to the rules.
Yeah, they will.
But we got close. We got super, super close. So before we go to Q&A, also just real quick, I just want to give you one other little tip. And this is because I'm on several Facebook pages that the pages call themselves beginners, but there's a lot of very good quilters. And I see a lot of people commenting that they're embarrassed to show what they're doing because they're just a beginner. So this is not so much a tip as it is just a word of wisdom. I don't care if you've been quilting for 50 years, you're still a beginner. And the reason is there's so many things that everybody can still learn. Never be intimidated because everybody started somewhere. So don't be intimidated because other people are, putting on Baltimore album quilts that, are little teeny tiny pieces, because as most of us are so proud of you, whatever you do, because we want you to stay encouraged. So don't ever let that bother you. So we're going to bring everybody back in right now and do our question and answer. So if you have questions for any of the vendors who've been on today, now is the time to get those typed in, and I will field those over to our vendors. And bye, Lauren. She's going to go get her grandkids. Glad you were able to check in. And that's a good point. I'm just reading Shirley. She says she's not embarrassed because she wants to be told what she can do better for the next time. That's a good attitude to have. And you're right, Rondi. We're always learning something new. So, Beth, they said we need your phone number again. So why don't you give us your phone number?
It's 775-267-0204. And Jenny, I'll have Devin call you.
Okay, great. And then I know the answer to this, but Amy, I'm gonna let you to answer. They're asking about, do they spray the cards?
If you put it behind glass, you don't need to. I mean, you can. I always suggest spraying it because it's still going to be sticky around the beads. So I always suggest spraying it because it takes away the stickiness around the bead area. So if you put it behind glass, though, you don't need to spray it.
But guys, you know what? I'm a fan of her stuff, and I do a lot of it. I spray everything because it just looks pretty too. It makes it so pretty to start with, but it just makes it prettier and shinier. And then if you're giving it as a gift, you don't have to worry that they're going to sit there picking at it and pick them off. But I spray everything. But all right, who else has questions? Go ahead and let's get those typed in. Oh, for Beth, what is the best thread for embroidery, both top and bobbin?
So I only do hand embroidery. I do not do machine embroidery. So I'm not the expert, but I do believe that they typically use 60 weight.
Great. And Yasmita, Shirley wants to know, can I applique embroider on your bags?
No, it depends on the bag, because where there's a plain canvas available to you, you can directly applique. Remember, I'm not a crafter. I don't know anything about sewing, but I have seen people work directly on the bag and machine embroider too. A lot of them have a pocket, a plastic sleeve at the back, so you don't have direct access. You can do your applique piece outside the bag and whip stitch it onto the bag. Does
Thank
that
you.
make sense from a non-crafter? Have I explained it okay?
I think so. And I'm like the worst. So, and I understood that. So I think that probably answered her question. And then, Amy, do you have a preference of what you like to spray your projects with?
I always just spray clear acrylic gloss. I usually have the can, but I think it's somewhere downstairs. I just got a can at Walmart in the craft department. Any kind of clear acrylic spray is the best. If you use Mod Podge, it's going to leave a very goopy look.
Yeah.
It's going to take away all the shimmer. So use any kind of spray clear acrylic gloss.
Yeah, Beth is showing what she uses, and that's what I use also, and I really like it.
Yeah,
okay.
and then it says matte, so you don't want to get the matte one, you want to get the gloss one, but this brand will work. And you can get it at Napa Auto Parts or like Michael's or anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So
okay. Linda, we have a question for you. Is that unicorn a pattern to sew, or is it a pre-made?
No, these are pre-mades. When I read your description about what you wanted, I grabbed all of the things that I bought that I usually give away during the back to school time. This is a little zipper bag. So I'm going to do a template someday that'll make these guys, and it'll be unicorns and cats and dogs and all kinds of things. Here's another zipper bag. Here's the backpack. The backpack is this. So I don't teach you how to make it. So this is a little bit of a departure for me.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, guys, do you have any more questions? Now is the time. Wait, I missed one. Oh, Julie, she said she had to help a neighbor and missed the cow when Amy was on. Amy, can you show the cow again?
Yes. It's this one right here.
That is so cute.
And just remember, you have to use the promo code when you're going to checkout. Use promo code and type in holidays. Some people get confused. I was going to mention that. But yeah, this is the cow. It's super cute. It's two-sided. So it's got
That's so much fun.
Go.
Great. Thank you. All right, guys. Is that all the questions we have? I just do want to remind you all, I hope you will join me at 5 o'clock Pacific in about an hour and 40 minutes for my mini quilt auction. I've got some really, really cute items that were part of my mom's collection that I will be doing auction style on, and they are great for gifts, last minute unique gift items. So that's going to be on the Quilters Haven Facebook page. So be sure you come over and join us in a little while. Again, that's at 5 o'clock Pacific. And see, Linda, what is the bag you just showed with the, it jumped up on me, with the double bottles?
So this one here, when I had that cut out earlier, I stitched it up while everybody else was chatting. I got to listen, but I wanted you to see how you can take the same template, this bottle, it makes this tall one, but just by making it a little bit shorter, you can make it for 2 bottles or a fatter bottle or stuff this full of goodies. So the template is really versatile because of that no slip material on the back. And I will do a video that will show you how to do it, but it's simple enough I could walk you through on the phone.
Great, thank you. And Yasmita, we have a viewer, Renee, would like to know which bag is good for her quilt rulers.
It just depends on the length of rulers. We have I'd say your 12 by 18. We've got a big bag. We've got something that fits the 24 by 18. But these were made for, they were made mainly for your mats, etc. But there's place for your rulers. But the people that do westerlies, for some reason, they come in and tell me which is your best westerly ruler bag, and we recommend the CA880, the Project Quilters Project bag, and it seems to work for the people that are holding for the rulers that they want to store, because it all depends on the length of the ruler. And we've got everything with dimensions, lots of videos happening on the website now, so it's just judging it based on what you know. There's a crosshair ruler as well that they've been asking about, and we've been recommending our 14 by 14 block storage cases for that ruler as well. So there's 38 products. It's difficult unless you know the length exactly.
Awesome. So she can just go to your website and check all those out.
Yeah.
So let's see. I just saw another question. Oh, Linda, how much is that template for the bottle bag?
Oh my gosh. I'm not sure.
We caught you
Keep
off guard on
talking
that.
and I'll find out the price for you, okay?
Okay. Let me see. Oh, Sandy wants to know what the crosshair ruler is used for. Sandy, I don't know the answer to that. Beth?
I have no idea either.
Yeah, I don't know either. I've seen them before, but I've never seen them demonstrated or anything to know what they're good for. Sorry about that. Can't answer that one, Sandy. Sorry.
Yeah. Google it, Sandy.
Yeah, Google it and then share it with all the rest of us on next week's show. Okay. Last chance. Okay. Thank you, Yasmita, so much. She said she's got to get going. We appreciate you being here and we appreciate your door prize. So thank you. And Brenda,
Raylene, I've got
that is
the price.
oh, hang on just a second. Brenda, that is a good question. If we should see it. Yeah, everything is all synced up. We have a great tech person. So any comments or anything you were doing on YouTube, we are getting here all in one spot. So you don't have to put it in again. So thank you for that question, because I'm sure others had that. And Linda, what's the price of that template?
Okay, so we're going to pop it on the screen. $27.99 is the sale price, but remember you get a 20% discount off of that as well.
Awesome. Oh, and then Kelly's saying for the crosshair ruler, check out So Steady. So see, there's always somebody that can help us when we don't know the answers to this stuff. Okay. All right, guys, last call. We know we've gone way over today, but we just had so much fun information to share with you. So we appreciate you sticking with us as long as you did. And I think that's probably about it. So we just want to tell you thank you again for joining in. Please tell your friends about the show. We hope you join us for the sale in a little over an hour. And again, please remember the Quilt Craft Soul Mall for all your shopping needs. That's where you're going to find a lot of vendors all in one spot. We appreciate your support so much. And again, we will be back next Wednesday, the 15th. And then after that, we're going to take a couple of weeks off to try to catch our breath. But we do have another packed full show next week. So be sure you tune in. So until then, we just want to thank all of our vendors for their great demos, for their generosity in the door prizes. And we will see you guys next week. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.